Okay, so here's a quick video of the Deluxe Amplification Felina. This is the Deluxe Reverb flavored amp, AB763 circuit as far as I know. Single channel, you've got a volume, treble, which also functions as a pull-out boost, a middle control and a bass control. We've also got a reverb and the master volume, which, as I mentioned, really can bring it down to the bedroom volume. Almost acts like an attenuator in a way. As you can see, I've got the master on 10, so this is just like being a non-master volume amp. Got the volume on 4. There's the switch for the Jesse and Walter, which is 2 different voicings of the preamp. It's not so much a rhythm and lead, it's just like a different voice. So I'm playing through a American Stratocaster. I'm gonna be on the neck pickup the whole time. I'm gonna set my phone down somewhere where it will be close enough to the amp to pick up the volume. And I'll go through a few things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the master volume on 10 max, and then I'm going to bring it down to about 4 or 5, and that's where I usually play it at night when everybody else in the house is sleeping and I'm down in the basement, and I never hear any complaints of the annoyance of me playing guitar. And then after I bring the master volume down, I'm going to bring the master volume back up, and I'm going to switch it over to the Walter channel just to show, or the Walter voicing, I should say, just to give a brief demonstration of the differences in the sound and the tone. So here we go. Let's try to get this in a good position. Now I'm going to bring the master volume down to about, let's see here, about 4. Like I said, this is significantly quieter. In my opinion, still a similar and good tone. There's obviously, in the room, going to be a difference in the feel, but still, I think, a very usable tone for practice. And like, I've got the volume on my guitar about 8. This is with it cranked all the way. So yeah, that's what I would consider if you're in a room and you can shut the door and you're not going to disturb anyone all too much. So here I'm going to take the master volume back up. This is still the Jesse voicing. Before I switch it over to the Walter, I'm going to go ahead and crank the reverb up a bit just to see how quite wet this can get. This is on reverb is at 7 versus I've had it set on 3. Reverb up to about 9. It adds a bit of some noise, but this amp gets about as wet as any amp I've ever played. Jesse voicing, and now here's the Walter. So a bit more bite, a little more gain. They both sound very good in my opinion. Back to the Jesse. So yeah, that's the Deluxe Amplification Felina amp. Overall, it's a sweet amp. It looks incredible in person. The wood, I mean, it looks great. I love this amp.